The beautiful thing about love is the process of seeing each other through each other. That's the most important thing about love. You cannot love from your own eyes. You have to love through your partner's eyes. So you have to be able to see yourself through them. And that's hard because we all assume that we know ourselves, and you know yourself. You do know yourself, but not in the context of loving another person. You have to be able to see yourself through them so that you can love them. And if you love them, then it shouldn't be a problem to get outside of yourself, because you can't love from a selfish place. Just because you think you dope, yeah, everybody's dope when in the context of just you, like, but who are you in relation to somebody you love? Who are you when you're standing next to somebody you love? Who are you in their eyes? How do you treat them? Your behaviors are always going to work for you when nobody else is involved, because you ain't got to deal with respecting another person. You don't have to deal with learning how to flow with this person. These are the challenges. And it's challenging because you have to, again, live outside of yourself. It's almost like y'all trade places. That's how you solve conflict as well. You have to be able to see it from their end. You might not think you're doing anything wrong. And if it was just you, yeah, you wouldn't be doing anything wrong, because you can move how you want to move. And if it's how you want to move, then you know it's going to be good for you, because you ain't never going to move in a way that doesn't feel comfortable for you. That's the beauty. That's the work. Who you are and how you move might need to change. True love is never hesitant to compromise. If you're with a person and you feel annoyed that you have to compromise, then you don't really love that person like that. There's no question. Because these things that you feel make you who you are, it's just things. It's just patterns of behavior. You'll know when somebody's really trying to change you. For the most part, people that you're dating and people that love you, they're not really trying to change you. They're just teaching you how to be around them. They're just teaching you how to flow with them. You got to be able to tell the difference between a person trying to change your core qualities, things that aren't hurting anybody. Let's say like you're just a jokester and you like to joke around. You're not like, you're not saying anything disrespectful. You're not doing anything that's hurtful. It's just you being who you are. And then they just don't like this part of you. That's when it's unhealthy. That's when you know a person's trying to change you and it's not helping the relationship. They just don't accept you for who you are. Sometimes people point out things that aren't hurting anybody. You might have a quirk about your personality that is just annoying, and somebody will just constantly bring up this thing. Or let's say like the way you dress. Somebody's trying to like change the way you dress. Like, your clothes are not hurting them. It's just a thing that they don't like about you, and they would want you to dress different. That's how you know a person's not trying to change you for the better. They're just trying to change you to fit their preference. And we don't do that. We don't allow people to change us for their preference. You allow a person to change you to become a better person, because if you have a quality about you that's disrespectful or unhealthy, or it's causing you pain, causing them pain, that's the difference. That's good change. That's when a person's showing you yourself through their eyes. And if they see it, anybody can see it. Anybody can see an unhealthy behavior. That's why in the other video I was talking about how if you hear the same thing from multiple people, then they all can't be wrong. We're all mirrors. The person you love is your mirror. You cannot avoid what they see in you that's hurting them, because if it's hurting them, that same behavior is going to hurt other people, because it's an unhealthy habit. So you got to always be able to see that. That's the beauty. That's the beautiful part of love, because love is supposed to help you grow. You can't grow without pain. It's painful to have to look at yourself and to know that there are parts of you that aren't good. But the more you embrace it, the less painful that is. That's actually beautiful, to be able to have that moment of self-reflection and to change. Because really, you're not changing for that person. They're actually sparking a change in you that you should have made for yourself, but you couldn't make the change because you can't see yourself. This is why we need people. This is why we need other people, specifically people that love us. You get to be selfish when it's just you and yourself. When you're dealing with people, you have to learn how to deal with those people. And only true love is going to make you open to changing these things. If you are unwilling to change unhealthy parts of yourself, you have not found a person that you really love. Because who are you to try to justify and stay a certain way when you know this is not a good way to be? This is the tough part. See, because when you have to face yourself through somebody you love, they're pointing out something in you that you either already knew or a behavior that you knew you were doing, but you just didn't know what you were doing. They're teaching you about yourself. That's what love does. Love teaches us about who we are, about how we affect people. And if you care about being a good person, then you're going to change. You are going to make the adjustments to be better. And that's my favorite thing about love. It's not the good moments. It's not the lovey-dovey, the affection. All that is great. Trust me, like I love that part of love. But the real shit, you learn how much you love a person when you have to go through some things. When you gotta face challenges. And you will always have to face the challenges. There's no such thing as a relationship without obstacles, without pain. That's my favorite part of loving a person. And this is how I know that I've never truly loved before chocolate. Because before her, I did not like these moments, and I never embraced these moments. I looked at them as drama. I looked at it as, oh, somebody's adding weight to my life. They trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I've always looked at it in an unhealthy way because I didn't love that person enough to change who I am. The bad parts of me. I never felt the need to come out of myself for a person until now. But I'm learning that that's the most rewarding parts of the relationship. Because when you change those parts, you become better for yourself. Your life improves, not just for the relationship. Your life looks better because of this person. Because they made you see yourself. Not for who you thought you were by yourself. No, they made you see yourself in the context of living around people, which is what we're here to do. We're here to connect. What life are you living if you're not connecting with people? So they help you see the truth of who you are and how you affect people. And if the ultimate goal is to better ourselves and to evolve, that's what we're here to do. We cannot evolve by ourselves. We need the people around us so that we can evolve. You only change when you can see yourself through the eyes of somebody you love. I hope everybody's able to experience that. Everybody's not. Everybody feel like they love a person because I'm attracted and I want to kiss and I want to do things for you and I want to have these memories. That's the cute shit. That's the easy part. That's not the love part. The love part is when it get real. That's when your love has to be tested. Love has to be tested. Love is not just like this good feeling. No. Who are you in the moments when you have to hurt? Who are you when you have to look at yourself? Who are you when you have to acknowledge somebody that you claim you love? When something you're doing is hurting them, are you empathetic? Are you self-reflective? Or are you selfish? Because if you can't see yourself outside of yourself, you don't love, man. Like, everybody think love is just supposed to be this pretty thing all the time. It's not. It's not. Those ugly moments, though, and they're not ugly. I'm learning to look at it different. That's the problem. We look at the tough moments as if they're bad. That's the good shit, man. That's the best parts. We have to learn to look at things different. Those moments aren't drama. That's not fights. That's not. Those are opportunities to learn and to grow. You got to embrace the feeling of growing, and it does not feel like this fairy tale dreamland thing that we like to paint love to be. Embrace that. I want to encourage people to allow your partner to bring the best out of you by making you hurt, making you make them hurt, right? You unintentionally make them hurt, unless you're an ain't shit motherfucker and you're just making people hurt on purpose. But in making them hurt, they have to expose something in you that's going to make you hurt. And then how you respond to that is going to dictate if you grow or if you continue hurting people. So I just want to challenge you, if you love a person, if you really love a person the way you say you love them, then let the guard down and let them help you grow. Let them help you grow, but you're going to have to humble yourself completely and be able to look at yourself outside of you. Don't look at it as a control thing. Because again, good change is the change that the changes in you that you know are unhealthy. What parts of you are hurting people? Don't change the parts of you that aren't hurting people. Change the parts of you that are not working, that are causing people pain and causing you pain in the process. Those are the changes. That's love. That's love.